there's a lot of us here tonight because we've just played the best side that we all agree we've played this season, and we've won 6-1, and that's no slant on Hemel Hempstead. They are the best side we played. So we've got Jack and Doobie here, Ian and Andy, so let's just talk to Doobie about his first goal for the club and second full game. I thought he played well Saturday, Doob, and you at the post. And I can't pay you more compliment and say that, you know, when I've watched you before, and I see you at Kings Lynn once, you know, you finish a bit like Steph used to finish here when he wanted to. And your goal today was like that. So what do you think of today's game?
I thought it was played at a very fast tempo. It sort of suited us. It's about time we got a very good game on a very, very good pitch, and I thought we matched them.
Yeah, in the first 20 minutes, yeah, and you know, your game, you played well with Ben tonight and the other two forwards, and I thought you was unlucky on a couple of times, but you know, you're in there and you're playing off his shoulder, which I think Ian told you to play.
I do. It's sort of. We forget. You know, Ben's been here all year. And we've had sort of different strikers playing with him and alongside and in behind. And it takes a few games for these guys to get used to each other. You know, I was just saying to him, he's so quick. He just sort of try and play on the shoulder a little bit and play a little bit closer and try and play a little bit different to Ben. And he did it tonight. I say, after his first touch, I had my doubts that it was going to go in the net. But now I know, obviously, I've seen the guy, you know, maybe he was unlucky again. One of the better bits for me, too, was when you shifted it and he took your left foot as well. Yeah. That was a good save, I thought, from the keeper.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
And then, obviously, for me and Andy, when you were asked to drop in just behind Ben and help us defensively, which we needed, you did that as well, mate, until both your legs fell off and you couldn't walk.
Yeah, well, that goes to show the pace of the game, and you know, you're going to get better as you get fitter and, you know, get to the pace of the game. I must say today's game was a serious pace of a game for the first 20 minutes, and you done well. Let's get over to Jack.
Jack, because he looks like he's on roll call.
Let's get over. Yeah, let's get over Jack, because you know, I think at the end of the day, Jack, I think, you know, I lost count of the good saves you made tonight, and I mean that. And it was, you know, they were very, very, very good side, and they put us under pressure for about 20 minutes, and they played really fast. But you know, your confidence grew in the game, and you know, you turned out some great saves, and you didn't really look bothered in the end. One great corner they had, which you pushed onto the bar.
Yeah, I'll take that.
That was good, wasn't it?
That was a save.
You did touch it, yeah. It was a good corner, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great corner. Yeah. They was delivering it all night into around me, and then I had the big monster Gav in front, so hopefully he protects me a little bit. So yeah, I thought we were defended really well tonight, and we didn't give away any silly free kicks really, apart from late on in the second half. But I thought we dealt with them well, and then it showed on the counter-attack as well. So yeah, really pleased, and the lads dug in deep. But it was always coming ever since the game the weekend. It was just about time we got some goals, and especially on the pitch outside, it suits us. So
yeah, and we played well against Leamington with no luck. I'm not going to say we had a bit of luck in the first 20 minutes, but you know, it was a fast game, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was very quick. It started at a good tempo, but I think that suited us a lot, because even though we was under the cosh a bit the first 15 minutes, their full-backs were pushing on a lot, and then obviously it gave us space with Louis and Dan on the break, and I thought we'd done that really well tonight, and then obviously it showed with the scoreline. So.
All right, let's get on to you, mister. You told me you wasn't going to start laughing.
No, I'm not laughing.
You are laughing?
No, this is a serious face.
You're good at this, man.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
You're decent, to be fair.
You're decent, Jack. You've come out with some sensible things. Now we're going to go down a couple of scales.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, it's all gone now.
Yeah, we've got to go down a scale. Tell me what you thought of the game, sir.
Yeah, I thought that.
You're still laughing?
Yeah, defensively we look solid again. Once again, we've put out a back four that we're comfortable with. Like I say, it's helped since Jack's come in. We looked a little bit more stable. The players behind him, the players in front of him know that behind him there's a good keeper. I think that the midfield again done exactly what Pari and I have asked them to do, which is just sit in and screen and not get caught beyond the ball. And we did. The wide players got caught beyond the ball slightly in the first 15 minutes, but as soon as they realised and we explained it to them, they sat back in and to break down 2 banks of 4 is very hard.
I was just going to say that we've had so much trouble over our games of breaking down 2 well organised banks of 4. And what we did is not only did we attack well, but I thought we were defended as 2 banks of 4. I was just going to say that. And then you had 2 fullbacks. A word for them too.
I think tonight Ryan, best game he's had for us. He was absolutely superb tonight, and Seiji as well, done really well. 1v1s, looked okay. It was a bit hard for him because they were doubling up on him, and he didn't have that time to go and press the ball, because if he did, he was leaving a spare man behind him. So it was awkward for him. And when we made the change at the end for Theo, that nulled that out, because we was quite vulnerable at that point. He was getting caught under the flight of the ball. But once again, Seiji and Ryan had a fabulous game. Yeah.
Let's move to Ian. What about Gav and Arthur? Gav's improved. Well, I'm not saying improving, because we always know what he could do, but he's become, I think, really commanding now, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. So he has improved. I don't think it's sort of an unfair comment on him. He'll be the first to admit he was a little bit out of shape when he come into the club, and he looks the player that we had hoped we signed. You know, he's been in the last sort of 6-7 weeks. He's been absolutely immense. You know, he played his part up until then, but he's just been. You know, if there's a pressure, we're under pressure, and there's a ball looped in the box, like Gids was saying, corners, you can almost throw you out of him now. You know that he's going to be there to win it. He's the centre half, the centre forward for them, who was a unit in the air. He was just dealing with him, and he was being clever as well. He was stepping across him and giving him a nudge. And he's been massive. You know, his attitude's been great. He was carrying a bit of a hammy tonight as well. He was all weekend. He's telling me he's playing. He wants to play. Arthur's come back in, and you know, unfortunately, Geordie's sort of, well, fortunately for Geordie's, he's in Ipswich at the moment. Yeah, him and Gav have played well together, but we've got Arthur that's come back from his suspension and slotted straight in there. So, and Arthur again, he's had a little bit of time out, and he's back in. He looks like his old self, and throw Seiji and young Ryan into the mix. You know, and you look at the back 4 again, and we, you know, how well we defended, but then you look at the age of the back 4, the back 5. I think
the whole team. You know,
you're only 21 this week, weren't you? After
we've got a very young side, and you know, I've always said, and you know, the supporters know what I say. You know, if a team wants to come here and play football, we've got a good chance of getting beat. And I think, you know, it's very hard for me to go up to their chairman and say, "Well done, you're the best side we played this season," and we just beat them 6-1. But they are. No, I thought that was an outstanding.
They had some good players. I mean, the 7 was exceptionally good on the ball. He was just high intensity. But when you know, they were hitting some great switches and long diags, but it was all in front of us.
Yeah, and the left back.
It didn't really turn us and go beyond us. And on their touch backwards, we were pressing and we were sliding over. Like Giz was saying, we had good shape of our defence.
Yeah, at times they done what we used to do as well. What we have been known to do, overpassed it a bit, didn't they?
Yeah. No, for the sake of it, really. I mean, they had some great half chances, but I don't know. I mean, we say a good side, but the way we defended today was just, you know, I think it was the first few minutes we were blocking shots in the first few minutes on the edge of the box. There was bodies in front of the ball. It was, you know, you could feel, you know, from the ball being fizzed into Giz and he was hanging on to it, stuff like that. You could feel our luck was changing a little bit in the first 20 minutes.
Right, let's get to this perfection of counter-attack.
Yeah.
You know,
work on that weekend.
People talk about counter-attack, and they, you know, people say, you know, people get them on the counter. It's still a hard thing to actually do. Players, especially late in the game, in the second half for us, players are tired, and we were a bit heavy-legged, but to actually spread it open, make the right passes, make a good pass, not get carried away, and we scored some brilliant goals on counter-attack, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, when they changed their formation and went to 3 up front, but they still played with 2 wide players up high, that's going to create space in behind, and we was getting the ball, it was coming out, we was nicking it in our own third, playing it in the middle, and then we were just looking to shift it out wide where the boys had peeled off, because they were playing 2v2 and 5v3, and we were just outnumbering them. And if you give us time and space to do that, we will exploit it, because it's one thing that we can do is go forward and go forward quickly. With
the pass and the movement, because the last goal, I thought, you know, out of all the goals, they're all good goals, whatever goals we scored, but I thought the last goal was executed superbly. You know, Louis ran around the outside, got it, put it up to Carl. Carl got right up, passed it to Ben. Ben put it in on the line. It was just absolutely broke them apart, didn't it?
Yeah, without a shadow of doubt. I mean, Louis going forward quite frightening. I mean, he's got great feet, great ability, great balance. If he looks to play a pass 99% of the time, he's going to find the right pass. And like I say, they stretched themselves far too much. They killed their own game off by going free up front with 2 high wide players. It left too much space in behind and down the flanks, and they couldn't cope with us.
Yeah, you're right. You know, and tonight I was looking up the stats, and you know, I was on BBC Radio tonight, and I was wondering what it was going to ask me. And you know, one of the things I thought it was going to ask me, you know, what's gone wrong, what hasn't gone wrong, and I was going to say, so they didn't ask me, but nothing's gone wrong. You know, we know what we're doing, and out of the 13 defeats we've had this season, believe it or not, 9 of them were by a single goal.
Yeah.
So you know, we've always been in the mix there, and we haven't had, you know, a lot of luck. But I think, hopefully, and I hope the supporters understand that, you know, we try our hardest to win. We're a footballing side, and we want to play football. And sometimes, you know, against sides that are a bit physical, we haven't found how to combat that, have we, Ian? No. You know, we haven't got plan B, because we try and play good football. But, you know, on a pitch like this, and sometimes like this, and, you know, all due respect to Stourbridge, they're pretty big and strong. And we cope with them, we'll away to them well. And we'll play our way.
No, we won't compromise. I mean, it's one of them. There's a time to turn defenders and a time to clear lines. But you know, we got undone a little bit. The single goal was Arthur's had a touch, and we tried to clip it and play.
I thought Arthur should have put that out.
But we can't. If we're trying to play, then you're gonna concede goals.
Absolutely, yeah. You got to take that punishment as well. But you know, the way tonight, for a neutral tonight, I know it's 7 goals and we won 6-1 and we're all very happy. But for a neutral to come along and see 2 teams try and play football the way we both did, it was only a shame that there was a few bookings in there where really there were nothing bookings, all of them. You know, and it was a real shame that the referee just didn't let it progress, and there weren't that many fouls, to be honest, either, was there?
No, it was a clean game. There was nothing untoward about it. It was free flowing. The ref got picky with a couple of yellow cards, but I mean, they quite easily could have just been a chat, and that'd have been fine. But you know, he's made his decision. He's pulled his card out of his pocket. There's nothing else you can do about it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that means Jay suspended for 2 games now because he's reached 10 bookings, so that's a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, well, we've got Saturday, we've got a good opportunity. St Albans try and play football, and it's a lovely pitch down there at Clarence Park, so we can go down there full of confidence. And what we've done is
tonight 6-1 as well.
Yeah, they lost, but you know, it's Jack. It's like all results in this league. You know, we stand here week after week and have our interviews, and sometimes we feel a little bit disappointed. Yeah. And then you hear the other results coming through, and you think, "Wow, what's happened there?" You know, Cambridge City went down to Biddeford and got beat 2-1. Now I would have put that on an away win. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wiggy scored.
Yeah, he'll bleep that out. Don't worry.
He'll have to bleep that one out.
Yeah, I've killed him now.
Yeah, you forgot you're on TV. Probably national TV if Adam has his way. But anyway, let's move on to Saturday. What it's done, not only does it give us all a G up and a lovely win, we know, not that we needed convincing, but maybe some supporters might need it, that, you know, we're a good team. We have our principles, we play good football, and at least we, you know, someone said to me, the goals are dried up. Well, they haven't now, have they? We've always got goals in our locker, and we've got 6 tonight. So
final word, Doobie, as you have.
Final word, Doob. What do you think of it? Is it a lot different to where you've been playing? But it's a good team, isn't it?
It's a good team. The level's obviously harder. You need to be fit, and my fitness levels are only going to get better as the season, you know, progresses. Hopefully,
we've only got 6 weeks left.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. But I'm still gonna get fitter
compared to running every night.
Compared to what I was playing. I'm still gonna get fitter, innit?
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
And hopefully, you know, mixing with the lads a bit more and get used to the way.
I think what we like about you, and I think what the 3 of us are in agreement is that you can turn the game very quickly. You can turn the player and score. And you know, you played off the shoulder on Saturday, and unfortunately we haven't got that one. You hit the post on Saturday, but he got past him quick, didn't he? He made his space and boom.
He gets a little bit tight, turns him on the roll, and he's away. And that's what we haven't had for a couple of weeks now. We haven't had someone that can just play on the shoulder, tournament and give them something to focus on going backwards. And so they can't play as high as they want to. They've got to start dropping because they're a little bit nervous of the pacing behind, and that suits us again.
And I think what you do is not only do you turn away from them, but you get your body in between him and the ball. So they got to make a decision how they're going to tackle you, and you know, the more you do that, the better it is. And that's how you got your shot off onto the post against Biddeford. And you know, tonight was again, you know, very cool. I had confidence he was going to score. I knew he was going to score, and I knew what he was going to do. I knew he was going to take it easy. I've seen you before.
First touch, gotta be honest.
No, I knew he was. I knew he was just going to give him a little dummy and just poke it in and just go. What's all the fuss about?
Did you know you were going to do
that? Was it. Yeah, I did. To be fair, I weren't going to hit that first time. 100%. If I hit that, that's going over. 100%.
Your game's turning in and just turn in, push it, and say, "What's all the fuss about?" Isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you had a little private celebration behind the goal in front of the other camera. Did you know it was there?
Yeah, I did. I did.
So I think provided never run out of battery, Adam will put that on the telly for you as well, son. Okay, so we're all happy. We can all take that with us for the next few days. Enjoy what we've done, and hopefully we can push on from there. Cheers, lads. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.